Today we are going to study targeting. We have completed segmentation part. If you want to listen to those segmentation videos, you can go back and check three videos on the segmentation part 1, 2, 3. Then we will be discussing on targeting. There are many we are discussing on the market targeting. So segmentation is identifying various groups. Targeting will be selecting one or two groups which we can serve better, and positioning will be communicating, advertising, focusing on one particular uh, benefit which is important for the customers. So targeting is today we'll discuss about the targeting is nothing but the focusing on one or two market segment which we can serve better. There are many statistical techniques for the developing market segments. So we also have statistical techniques for uh, developing market segments, so we can use these statistical techniques. Once the firm has identified its market segment opportunities, it must decide how many and which ones to target. So if I am a two-wheeler manufacturer, so there are opportunity for a sports scooter, sorry, sports bike, scooter, then executive segment, two-wheeler, then fuel efficient two-wheeler, then economic class two-wheeler, and there is a stylish fashion. One is more technically oriented like Yamaha. Then one will be a rigid, like which we can use in a rural area, and one can be for the luxury class people, royal people, like Royal Enfield or Harley Davidson. So there are so many segments, so we have to decide which segment to target. Like with its Pulsar, Bajaj is targeting on sports bike. With its fuel efficient vehicle, Hero is targeting Splendor to the customers. And with its Yamaha two wheelers, Yamaha is targeting to the customers who like to have more technology or technical oriented bikes. And with luxury class segment, Royal Enfield is targeting customers who want bullet like two wheelers. So we have to decide how many and which one segments to target. Effective segmentation criteria: not all segment schemes are useful. So in India we have 140 crores population, so there are many groups, many segments, but not all are useful for uh, us. We could divide bias of a table salt into blunt and brunette customers, but hair color is undoubtedly irrelevant to the purchase of salt. So some we have to decide which variables we should use. For suppose for salt, which is minimum, which has minimum segmentation, everybody wants to purchase a salt. Some people would like to purchase Tata salt, some people would like to purchase Captain Cook salt, or some people would like to purchase Annapurna salt by ITC. But uh, but the segmentation will be minimum. So hair color has nothing to do with the purchase decision of salt. Furthermore, if all the salt buyers buy the same amount of salt each month, believe all salt is the same and would pay only one price for the salt, this market is minimally segmentable from the marketing point of view. So salt is the commodity which cannot be branded, and because every month people are using same amount of salt, every month people are spending same amount of money on the salt, and every month people are consuming same amount of quantity, so it is minimally segmented commodity. To be useful, market segments must rate favorably on five key criteria. So segment segment that must be the segment which we are going to use, which we are going to select. So it should be, or the group segment or group of people which we are going to focus, or which are we are going to divide the entire population into segment. That segment must be measurable, substantiable, accessible, differentiable, actionable. Why measurable? So we have to able to differentiate between other segments, so by the age, gender, geography, uh, other income, education, we have to identify that segment. That's why we should able to measure. Substantial, that group should not be so small, that should not be a group of 5 people. So it will be no use to us if we have 5 customers, then it will not be generating lot of revenue. So that group must be 1 lakh people, 2 lakh, 10 lakhs people, like that, substantially big. Then accessible, so it should not be residing in area where some mountain areas where we cannot go and sell the product. So it should be accessible. Differentiable, so the one segment should able to differentiate easily from the another segment, otherwise we cannot able to communicate these people or identify these people. Then actionable, so we should able to make transactions, we should able to advertise them, we should able to interact with them. So these are the criteria to identify this segment. Full There are some companies which are going for the full market coverage, like Amul, Asian Paints, and Tata Motors, but not all the companies can serve the full market. Only very large firms such as Microsoft in software market, General Motors in vehicle markets, Coca-Cola in soft drink market, non-alcoholic beverage market, can undertake full market coverage strategy. Large firms can cover whole market in two broad ways: differentiated and undifferentiated. So I just told you undifferentiated marketing is for the commodity like sugar, salt, rice, wheat, maize, like that, vegetables. We use undifferentiated marketing. For differentiated marketing, we have chocolates, milk products, then FMCG products, soaps, white goods like refrigerator, washing machine, TV, mobiles, can be differentiated. We remember Henry Ford because he was the pioneer of economies of scale and differentiated marketing. He was selling a car. He was one of the first manufacturers of the car. So he produced Model T for the Ford company, and he was giving only one model, and he was giving in the black. That's why he uh, penetrated the market with its lowest price. So he prepared one assembly line on which he used to manufacture only one type of vehicle, four wheeler, that is Model T, and he was giving only black color, that is available in only black color. So that's why he could able to reduce the price, and more people could able to purchase that product, that vehicle. But it was 200 years old story. Now people have various taste and differences. If you do not ask the customer what kind of product you want, people would not buy, definitely will not buy the product. So earlier they used to produce the product and sell to the customer, because customer having no knowledge of the product. But nowadays customer having very good knowledge of the product, and they do also have imagination, thinking, and their taste and preferences. So we have to go, automobile companies are now going to the customers, understanding their requirement, and accordingly manufacturing products. So there is a huge shift in the uh, behavior, in the dealing of the companies or organization. Now take the example of Hallmark. Hallmark has segmented its uh, customers on so many scale. For every variety, for every occasion, for every festival, for every event, they have different kind of greeting cards. And the greetings card, some musical greeting cards are there, some some greeting cards with good images, some greeting card with good messages, and some greeting card in different price segment they have launched. With product specialization, the firm sells certain product to several different markets. So you can have markets, two strategy. First is product specialization, second is market specialization. The firm sells a certain product to several different markets. So um, if I have a good microscope, so I will sell it to government, I will sell it to academic institution, I will sell it to industrial laboratories. So microscope manufacturer, for instance, sell university market, government market, and commercial laboratories market, making different instruments for each and building strong reputation in specific product area. So they have three different types of products and they have a specialization in product. That's why they could able to cater various markets. The downside risk is that the product may be supplemented by the entire new technology. Suppose take the example of Nokia was or take an example of any company which is manufacturing landline phone. If they did not they have product specialization in landline phones, and they are supplying phones to various markets, maybe to the B2B market, maybe to the residential houses, and maybe to government, to industry, and to end household customers. But if they do not modify themselves to mobile, smartphone, and latest technology, the company will vanish, because the downside risk is that product has substituted by the new technology. Next is market specialization. The firm concentrates on serving many needs of a particular customer group, such as by selling assortment of products only to university laboratories. So in market specialization, that particular manufacturing that particular company will sell only to university laboratories, but they sell all types of products. They may sell chemicals, they may sell some types different types of liquids, they may sell glass utensils, glass products like test tubes and all those stuff which is required in the laboratories, and microscope and digital equipments which are required by the laboratories, but they will only sell to university different types of products. So this is called market specialization. The firm gains a strong reputation among the customers group and becomes a channel for additional products its members can use. So once you are selling microscope and glass test tube, beaker, and other equipments to the laboratories, they may ask from you, are you will provide some type of chemicals, then you can enter into other products also. The downside risk is that the customer group may suffer budget cuts and shrink in size. So all university they decide to cut the budgets, then the revenue of the company will also decrease because they don't have any other market. Now next is single segment concentration. With the single segment concentration, the firm markets to only one particular segments. Like so they these are the companies which would like to concentrate only on one particular type of customers. So Porsche concentrate on sport car. Pulsar from Bajaj, they concentrate only on sports bike customers. Now they have diversified, but earlier when they launched, the target was sports bike customers. Porsche target customer is sports car customers. Volkswagen is catering to the small car market in USA, and Volvo, they are concentrating on safety car, the car customers which are uh, focusing more on the safety needs. Niche. Now niche is a more narrowly defined customer group seeking distinctive mix of benefits within a segment. So niche is a market where we have very specific need, like suppose there is a chair manufacturing company, and they are only preparing chair to suppose they are preparing plastic chairs, but there are lot of competitors, so they they decided that we will stop manufacturing plastic chairs, but we will manufacturing wheelchairs, which is required by the handicapped people or physically challenged people. So they enter into a niche chair segment, which is physically challenged wheelchair customers. Marketers usually identify niche by dividing segments into sub segments. So niche can be identified if you further divide uh, uh, sub segments into sub segments. Whereas Hertz, Avis, Alamo, and others specialize in airport rental cars for the business and leisure travels. Enterprise has attacked a low budget insurance replacement market by primarily renting to the customer whose cars are have been wrecked or stolen. So there are some companies which are giving airport rental cars, and there is one company which is not performing well in airport rental car, so they stopped doing business in airport rental car, and now they are providing services to the people whose cars are stolen or whose cars are broken or wrecked. So this is how they are identified niche. There is one case study on Allegiant Air into airline services, which we will see in the next video. Uh, Chasing the long tail. The next point is chasing the long tail. The advent of the online commerce made possible by technology and epitomized by Amazon.com, eBay, iTunes, and Netflix has led to the shift in the consumer buying patterns. Professionals, blue collars, uh, nowadays people would like to use this e-commerce platform for buying. So there has been a change in the buying pattern. Take the example of Coke's freestyle vending machine, which allows users to choose from more than 100 Coke brands or custom flavors or to create their own. So this is, we are providing customization to the customers. We are providing various flavors to the customers. So this is the end of the lecture, but I will tell you the characteristics by which you can do segmentation on safety basis. You can do a segmentation like Volvo is known for the safety cars. On the type of benefits, you can also segment the markets. So there are a lot of products which we'll discuss further. The next is usage occasions, like uh, Cadbury can be used on the festive season, can be gifted to siblings, friends, and relatives. Some people are brand conscious, so luxurious brands like Volvo, Skoda, Audi, Mercedes are people customers are brand conscious. On the brand consciousness also we can segment the customers. So we can segment the customer by the use of variable brand loyal customers, then switchers. We have seen that in earlier slides also. Quality conscious people, we can segment the customer by quality variable also. Then we can segment customers for those who like to purchase products at lesser price, like Nirma detergent, Wheel detergent. There are the customers which would like to purchase Nirma detergent for its low price. So there are the people who like to purchase good quality four-wheeler. Like in Indian market, you can have uh, Hyundai. Hyundai is giving very good quality cars in Indian market. So people would like to purchase that Hyundai cars over the Tata Motors, Mahindra, and Maruti Suzuki cars. Brand conscious people, like people which would like to purchase Adidas footwear because it is very good brand. Puma brand, Adidas brand, Nike brand. Now in usage occasions, I have given example of Cadbury, where uh, uh, customers would like to give gifts, Cadbury sweets to their relatives on the festive season. And for safety, I have given example of Volvo. So this is all about this uh, targeting part. We will see positioning part in next video. Thank you so much for this for listening to this video.